We're going to do a lot of what is referred to as good works, humanitarian work. We're going to make friends with people. We're going to teach children. We're going to do a lot of things. But above all of that, I need us to understand very clearly that the primary thing we're going to do, we're going to worship Jesus, our God. That's who we are. That's what makes us. That's our DNA. We have come to see him as our God, as our King that deserves our awe. And so we'll lay our lives down to serve the poor, not because there's something altruistic, something beneficial about serving the poor. We do that because we've fallen in love with our King. And so it's important that we drill this, if I can get a drill and hammer it into the consciousness and the subconsciousness and the wakefulness of every one of us. Now, we're not all at the same level spiritually, I understand that. And we don't even shut the door for people who want to come and be a part of what we're doing and are yet to believe. That's fine, they're welcome. But at the very core of our being and our existence is that Jesus has won our hearts. He is our God, He's our King. We're serving kids in Uganda, we're touching lives in northern Togo and in Sudan. We're meeting their physical needs because something drives us. And what drives us is that relationship with Him, with Jesus Christ. He's our King. And we want to call everyone, young and old, to get to a point where we will see Him for who He is. Our goal is human transformation, ultimately resulting in community transformation. And you have no idea what you leave behind when you go to a community and you show them God's love. I can remember back to when I was probably like 5 or 6 years old when some people came to my village. And I still have it, one of my earliest memories of the generator, because it's a village, there was no electricity, of the generator, that the brightness that came around in the village just by these foreigners that came. And I remember that the following day we went to the elementary school where they taught us. They taught us a lot of things, and I don't remember anything they taught us. But I remember the song, and that is why it's important. Children ministry is important. The song that they taught us was the only thing that I remember. And it was in my local language. Have you heard it before?
I think so.
It says, the world will reject me, and if the world rejects me, it's okay with me, because Jesus is sufficient for me. It said, only Jesus, or Jesus alone, and He is sufficient for me. So that's the faintest memory. And of course, after that, we went on to serve idols and offer sacrifices, and I wasn't a Christian. But the seed was planted, which ultimately, when I became 17, led to my becoming a believer. So it's important what we're doing.